Hey y'all, what's good? What's good? What's good? I hope you guys are doing well and taking care of yourselves and all of that good stuff and whatever and what's not. This is your girl Sweet Tea. I am going to welcome Spirit in and get your messages relayed to you, okay? All right. Holy Spirit, of pure divine white light of the Most High God, I call you into this message. I ask that you grant me the ability to deliver clear and concise messages to the listener as you see fit. We thank you for all that you are, all that you have been, and all that you will continue to be. Amen. Okay, y'all. So let's get into it. Someone's name could be King, or you could refer to someone pretty frequently as King. Okay. Also, 222 could be significant for you guys. There's just like this energy of peace and harmony, which is really, really good because I know in I want to say it might have been my last message I did. Um, it ended on a note of speaking about like racism and things like that, and I quoted Lil Baby's song "Bigger Than Black and White," and um, it ended like around 22:22, and that was something that after I recorded it, I was kind of wanting to be like, and look, you know what I'm saying? Just I saw the connection and I saw what Spirit was saying was just like, you're speaking to us needing peace and harmony, right? But anywho, that is the energy that I am feeling now within this message. Is just like there's just something about um, you being peaceful. It might not be necessarily everything around you, right? It could be everything around you could be very chaotic, but there's something about you specifically and your spirit that's not allowing the things that you see or the things around you to cause you to have your own personal inner chaos. Okay, now this could be something that you could need to do. So maybe spirit is speaking to you about honing in on your emotions and feeling the feelings, but processing them and not dwelling in them or sitting in them too long. Or just working with you even about acknowledging how you really feel about certain things, right? But there's just something about you just making sure that you stay in this peaceful state. So it could be some people could be trying to challenge you, some people could be trying to trigger you, some people could be trying to um, speak about you. It could be something that completely not even like has anything to do with you. It could just be things that you're seeing, and it could generally affect you, but or stir up some feelings within you. But it's something about you just maintaining a certain level of peace within yourself. Okay. All right, that's beautiful, Spirit. Thank you. Um, but anyways, going back to King. So I was getting King's Island. Okay. So someone could be going to King's Island. I do know we are now in the fall season, so it's a little cooler. So most people don't really go to the amusement parks as much. However, I do also know that they have like a during the fall they like celebrate Halloween. They have like different little decorations and things like that. You can go enjoy certain rides and stuff that are Halloween themed. So that could be something that someone's doing. Like you could be taking your child to some type of amusement park that is celebrating um, Halloween. They could have Halloween decor or just little fun activities and things like that for the family. Um, but yeah, there's something about that. Okay, someone also could be from Cincinnati or Ohio. Um, Also, I was getting for one specific person, there could be something about someone who actually owns their own island. When I hear that, that makes me think of the one guy that used to own T-Mobile. I do not know his name. I really want to say his first name is like Richard something, so someone's name could be Richard as well. Um, but don't quote me on that, okay? Because I would have to look it up. And at this moment, yeah, I ain't about to do it at this moment. Just trying to get y'all messages out. Um, but yeah, there could be just something significant about that, or even possibly T-Mobile. Okay, so whether you guys, you know, maybe you have that phone uh, brand, or you could be switching to T-Mobile from whatever service provider you have. Okay, um, Now, also, with that, I got something about now. Some of you guys could just be traveling to like some type of island for a vacation, okay? But someone could be redecorating their home. So you could have an island, like a kitchen island in your home, and you're wanting to take that out. Maybe you're trying to make your kitchen more modern, more spacious, do something different, put a new island in, something dealing with an island, as it pertains to your kitchen, okay? Um, there's also something about someone wanting to just be difficult. Uh, it's like they don't really have a rhyme or a reason. They just feel like being difficult. So y'all take that as you will. That could apply to the initial message where I spoke to you just needing to make sure you maintain your own peace, your own level of peace, because there could be some people that are just intentionally trying to try you or trigger you, and it's just simply because they just feel like being difficult. They don't really have a reason. They just know, like, you know what, I feel like being difficult. This could even be like your children, okay, or just whoever. But they just in that mode. Maybe something's uneasy within them, and they're just like, nope, you too peaceful. Like, nope, I need you to not be as peaceful. So they could be trying to take you out of that level of peace that you are within. Okay. Um. So there's something about there's something about some people trying to like place certain limitations upon you or questioning your um just questioning your moves, questioning why you are so peaceful. Like you could be someone who right now life could be lifing, okay, but you're still maintaining that level of peace because this that's just like it's given that's the overall feel of the message. It's about your peace, and anything or anyone trying to come up against it, even if it's yourself and your lower thoughts, you're not having it. You're checking it. You're getting away from it. You know what I'm saying? So there's something about maybe you have to actually say this to someone, which is, my ceiling is not your ceiling. My limitations are not yours, you know, or something along the lines of that. Or people are just starting to acknowledge that, they could see like dang, like we try to place this person in a box and they're not, no, they're popping out that thing like Jack in the Box. Okay. And then someone's name could be Jack as well. All right. Or there could just be some significance with that. Um also, when I think of Jack, I think of Jill, but so someone's name could be Jill as well. But there's just something about people are they could have attempted to already, or they're wanting to like make you feel like your choices or the way that you move or things that you do, just they're not right, they're wrong, you don't know what you're doing, why are you doing this, it doesn't make sense. They could be even calling you demonic or have in these things could have happened in the past, and now these people are seeing like, dang, like, you know what, yeah, we probably were wrong. They they have their own way of doing things, they have their own system, they have their own beliefs. And I mean, for some of you guys, they could be now seeing that that's just what works for you, or that is what is working for you. Some of you guys could actually be just coming into whatever it is that you've been working on, or certain manifestations are beginning to be displayed. You guys could just be coming out of your shell and being more of yourself, the person that um, you know, kept tucked away because maybe you were in fear of what people would uh that people would try to put you in a box, right? Or that people would call you demonic, or that people, would try to intentionally do things to be difficult or trigger you because they did not comprehend, where your headspace was at, and didn't they just weren't on your mindset level, right? Um, but yeah. So moving forward, there could be somebody that's mad at you, and like whatever it is that they're mad at you about is really like they're mad at themselves because they did it to themselves. So okay, an example would be, say you dated someone, this is just a random example, and um this person betrayed you in some way, whether it was they cheated on you, whether it was they weren't loyal to you in the sense of keeping your whatever was going on within your connection between you guys. Like maybe they were someone who was always going and telling all their friends business, or telling their sister and their mom everything that was going on. They were more loyal. And don't get me wrong, there's a thin line there. But um, it's just something about like whatever it is that they did to you, and it's something that prompted you to just, possibly leave them, or you no longer trust this person. Um, you're not open to possibly sharing things with them, communicating with them, possibly even being with them. Like, say this is an ex and that kind of dynamic was going on, and you guys parted ways. This person could want to come back, and they know that even if they do attempt to come your way, that it's going to be a challenge because they know that you don't trust them, you know? Um, so now they're like mad at you because it's like, well, how dare you be mad at me and not want to be involved with me when I mistreated you? This could even be, a group of friends or one specific friend that it's like, who do you think you are? Like, how dare you not want to be my friend? And I sit around and I just talk bad about you and I tell everybody your business and I don't really respect you, but I still expect you to be my friend. I'm not really a good friend, but I still expect you to be my friend. Like they're mad, like, oh, you think you're better than me because you don't sit around and you want to gossip, or you don't want to sit around and whatever it is. Get drunk, get high all the time. You don't want to sit around and only party. You don't want to sit around and only go out clubbing all the time. You want to actually do better for your life. You actually want to, you know, create a future for yourself. You actually want to create a foundation for you and your family. You actually want to have a happy marriage. Whatever it is that it applies to you. It's like somebody's mad at you because you choose to, take the higher road. It could even be like somebody actually wanted to fight you, right? Or wanted to get you caught up in some BS, and you stepped away from them right before they got the opportunity to put you in an odd position, or to get you in a situation where you got put in jail, or to put you in a situation where you even got hurt really, really badly, because some of you guys could have went through something where someone was plotting against you to physically harm you. Okay. And you didn't allow them the opportunity. And it really ain't even just about you. It's about your spirit team didn't even allow it to happen. So really, they mad at your protection system. That's really who they mad at, but they don't comprehend it like that because they're within a lower frequency, right? But yeah, there's just something about that. There's also something about someone could be having health issues um, as well, due to certain animosity towards you. Okay, so they're storing up, and that's the thing, y'all. We talk about this, Okay, like regulate your emotions, right? Because when you are harboring and holding certain energy within yourself, right, um, that begins to harden up within your body, and you start having back pains and headaches, and you look up, you got some type of ulcer or boil. That's another thing. There could be something about somebody that gets boils more frequently than like normal, if at all, right? Because a lot of people don't um, get them at all, just due to how they eat and how they actually take care of their body. But it's something about whoever this person is. Like, you could know them to be someone who gets them way more than what you've ever known anybody else to get them. Okay, and it is definitely due to obviously things that they eat, but it's also just about the ugliness that they have on the inside, and that's one of the ways that it's coming out. Okay, so if you know somebody right now that's got a boil, this is someone who could have had bad intentions towards you, or if it don't have to be right now, it could be at any point in time. Just whoever came to your mind immediately when you think like, oh, you know what, I remember such and such had a boil some years ago. That could possibly be the person. Okay, it's something about this person, like within their character is very ugly. They could portray a lot of beautiful things about themselves on the outside. They could act like they're really supportive. They could, all these things, right? Like, oh yeah, I'm your friend. I'm here for you, or I love you so much, and I just want us to be together forever, whatever. But if you notice this is someone that they've gotten a boil, there's something internally about them that's really, really ugly, or just something that's not to be trusted, or that you couldn't trust, or secrets that they hold, or it's something along the lines of that. Because I'm getting like, for one of y'all, you could have somebody, unfortunately, I'm sorry to say it, and I feel that whoever you already know this, so it's not new, but for one or two of y'all, it could be new. You have a partner who, like, they mess with the opposite sex, I mean the same sex. Now, whether this is female, female, male, male, that's on you to decipher, but they mess with the same sex. But this is something that they keep from you. Okay. um for one or two of y'all, they, you could have known like maybe in the past they have messed with the same sex, but you didn't expect it to be like something they were frequently or regularly doing while you were together without disclosing that information to you. Okay. Um, for others of you, this is gonna just be somebody who just um you cannot trust this person. They lie about you to others. They tell all of your business to others. They embellish real situations that you've had happen to others. Like they don't, they did not or don't like the fact that people like you. They kind of, it's something about a lot of their friends or family or something tend to always, have good things to say about you. Oh, yes, I like such and such because they died, blah 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 blah, and like they're just speaking really highly of you, and this person absolutely just grinds their gears like really bad, and it's crazy because I don't see why. Because whoever this is, I don't feel like people are like downing this person to speak highly of you. It's just they're jealous of you, like, because we spoke about this in another message, um, probably a couple videos back about how someone was just extremely jealous of you, and in their mind, in their low frequency mind, the way to kind of like one up you or to make themselves feel better about themselves and the fact that they are jealous of you, they wanted to feel like they were on your level, or y'all were, oh, I can do what you can do, or I can take your man, or I can um you know I can have the same thing you have type deal, whether this is like material possessions or your actual person. So they could have, like I say, slept with your person. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. It's a mess. But yeah, so someone could be having health issues, okay? So they could be having, internal things going on that they can't figure out. Like they could be going to the doctor and the doctor's like trying to help them figure out what's going on. They have no idea what it is. They're like, we don't know. They just have to keep doing different testing. They have to keep telling them their symptoms, and they're having a hard time pinpointing whatever it is. Okay, but really, it's a spiritual thing, because they're spiritually ugly and spiritually nasty, and they need to do some cleansing work, and they need to do some self reflection and some shadow work, and get to the root cause of their personal issues, because you're not the root cause. It stems from something internal within, right? But they're taking it out on you. Okay, or they did take it out on you in the past, and so this person is now facing different health issues. Okay, um, for some of you guys, this could be like a cousin, or like I say, a best friend, or someone you grew up with that you just were close with, and you consider them family. This also could have been someone you worked with before as well. Um, but yeah, like somebody's starting to have like certain health issues or whatever, and in their mind, they're not knowing why. Now, for one or two of them, they know why. They know it's because they treated you really nasty. They know it's because they came up against you. Some of them did actual spell work or was getting readings specific to you, and they're starting to realize, like, dang, like, okay, yeah, I gotta leave this person alone. Or some of them, a couple of them, like they're adamant. They don't care. They lightweight will rot themselves away because they just are intentional about trying to ruin you or trying to hurt you. Or, and the funny thing about it is, like I said before, some of you guys could have already been hurt just simply from coming into the knowledge of what their actions were and having to actually walk away from these people. I feel like whoever you are, you did not want to. It probably really, really tore you up to have to do that, but it was one of those, because we spoke about this in another message in the past, where you had to choose you, because if you keep choosing others outside of yourself, at some point it's given F myself, right? It's giving, I don't care about how I feel. I'm more concerned about pleasing them, people pleasing, that whole thing, right? Which that's an inner work that a person has to work within themselves. If you're just continuously wanting to people please and not give 2 cents about how it's really truly affecting you personally, then it's like you're making the choice to say F yourself, right? And I feel like whoever you were, it was like you probably had did that in the past a lot, you know. You probably had been seeing the signs, been feeling the feelings of not liking how something made you feel, but you just kind of were in denial about it, or you just were kind of just giving grace, right? Like, you know what, I'm not perfect. I'm gonna let them, whatever. Or you could even have made mistakes yourself, and so it made you feel kind of obligated to, oh, well, I did do this, so maybe I kind of deserve this, or you know what I'm saying, that kind of energy. But yeah, so um, moving forward, someone could have gotten in an accident. I did speak in about 1 or 2 messages ago. I spoke about someone um getting in some type of accident and messing up their car. Now, this could be from that situation, or this could just be like a past occurrence, or just something that's to come, or whatever. I don't know. There's something about somebody having a very traumatic accident. Now, this could be you, this could be someone else. You take the energies as they are, right? Bits and pieces of the message could apply to you, if not the full message. Um, let me see. um Lord, oh, if it's yours, receive it to be so. If it does not flow, let it go, right? But know that you're protected, okay? Because I am seeing 444. Like, know that you're protected, okay? So it's not you, I don't believe, that's having this incident. This applies to someone outside of yourself, and this person is now, or they're just someone who's traumatized from an accident, okay? So it could be like they got in a really bad car wreck, and now like they don't really want to drive, or um they just, every time they are driving, they're very much on edge, or they could just have really, really bad nerve problems now and have to take medication for it, or really, really bad paranoid anxiety from that situation. Okay. But yeah, there's just something about that. There's also something about um now, whether this is you or this, because this also, I'm getting, this could also be this person that was like wanting harm for you, or wanting just basically for you to not be happy. It's like now they have to get all their energy back. So now it's like now they kind of are in situations where they're harmed, whether it's like I said, the health issues, or accident, or they're just hurt internally, like they're heartbroken because one, either they're heartbroken from them not having this connection with you anymore, or even they're just being heartbroken by the people that are around them now. Like the same way they were treating you could be the way people are treating them now. So people could be talking really bad about them behind their back, smiling in their face, acting like everything's good, even kind of really just intentionally, intentionally mistreating them, like to their face, saying mean things, talking bad about them, to trying to make them insecure. Example could be like, say this is a girlfriend boyfriend dynamic, right? And this is an old friend of yours. It could be this person's going and getting dressed and they're ready to go out for the day, and their partner's like, ugh, you wearing that? Like, you look a mess. Like, why are you, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that to kind of discourage this person, to make this person feel really insecure and not like themselves and not like their own choices, and question themselves, right? Um, and this could have been something that these people were doing to you, possibly, or say like, they go and get themselves all glammed up and cute and get their hair done, nails done, whatever. They come home and their partner don't even say anything to them about it. They could just totally ignore it, act like they didn't, like they just look a mess still. And that can make some people feel like, well, dang, like, I mean, you don't see nothing, like ain't nothing gonna make you, at least even if you don't like it, you don't, and like, oh, you got your hair done, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's something like that. And this is kind of heartbreaking to this person. It's making this person feel more insecure because it's like, dang, I done went and got cute and you don't feel like I'm cute. Um, Also, someone could be in a connection where it's like a domestic type of situation where they fight. It could be often, or it could just be, once or twice. But yeah, there's also something about like this person's partner could have had a birthday, and while this person was getting ready, um, like with plans for that day or night with the person, like say this is a boyfriend girlfriend dynamic. The girlfriend's like, okay, I'm gonna go get the balloons and I'll everything I need to get for us to have this surprise party, or go get the tickets, and I'm gonna go get my hair and my nails and my clothes and all that done, um for later, because I'm taking them to a comedy show or whatever it is, right? Or taking them out for dinner, whatever it is. And it's like, they could have ended up having like some type of argument that day or previously or whenever. And so then that their significant other, girlfriend or boyfriend, decided, well, I'm just gonna go do what I feel like doing for my birthday. And they uh went out with a whole nother like a side piece, or someone that they claim is a friend but really they're more than a friend. They could have even lied and said like, oh, my homeboy came in town, so they said they wanted to take me out. I'm gonna just go out with them, and the whole time they went out with like someone that they could have possibly had relations with, or it don't even have to be like they had relations. It's just like they have an emotional connection with this person, right? Which for a lot of people, especially women, y'all know how we are when it's like when it comes to that, it's like, oh, you emotionally entangled, like like, oh, okay, that's a whole nother level than the physical body, but technically it's really not. All of it's one and the same, if you ask me, okay? Because you spiritually transmitting, okay, when you're doing it sexually, and yeah, emotionally, all that, okay. Um, but there could just be something about that where this person went and basically shared their birthday with somebody else, and this person actually took the time to plan things or got cute for them, and all for this person just kind of leave them hanging. So that sucks really bad. It really does. I know they had to feel like shit, honestly, but I mean, it is what it is, Because like I said, whoever this person is, it's like they kind of wanted this type of stuff for you. They wanted to, if you're in connection, they wanted your person to treat you like stuff. If you are single, they're happy about that. They want you to stay single. They're like, yeah, no, you don't deserve nobody. And like this is someone also who could really uh feel like their value is only within being with someone, like being in a connection. So they could be someone who doesn't, you rarely see them single, or they have had multiple partners back to back to back. Like they don't give themselves time at all to like do any healing work. They're just always looking for the next person to try to fulfill something inner, when really that's a personal job. But they don't acknowledge that because and this person can also be an energy vampire. Just plain and simple. They could be someone who they depend upon the energy of someone else, right? This could also be they actually are dependent, right? In order for them to stay afloat, they have to have a partner, because if they don't, they can't manage the lifestyle that they want to live, or that they whatever. Okay. Um, there's something about somebody who will stop at next to nothing when it comes to money. So, pay attention to that. Okay. Because it's not giving an energy of like, I'm just this go getter, I'm a hustler, I'm a grind, and I'm gonna accomplish my goals. It's not giving that. It's giving someone who will literally do absolutely anything to get money. And yeah, you gotta watch people like that. Really, watch them. Stay the from around them, because you don't even want to be in any type of connection with the energy at all. I'm just be 100. And if that's you, baby, man, because somebody who will do next to nothing, just absolutely anything to get some money, like that's somebody who will kill, steal, hurt, harm, yeah, tie you up, put your ass out in the middle of a farm, just I'm fried. But anyway, yeah, just to make sure that they get the dollar. Okay, now that saying could even be significant for somebody. So yeah. Um, let's see. What was y'all the rest of y'all messages? Also, somebody felt really justified for what they did to you. So if somebody like did you dirty in whatever way, if they tried to publicly humiliate you, if they tried to just tear you down, break you down, make you not feel valuable, whatever it was like they felt justified. Like they really internally felt like, well, this person really isn't sugar honey iced tea. So they just they deserve this. Or they could have felt like you ignored them once upon a time, or maybe you stopped talking to them for a short period, and then y'all kind of got back together and was hanging out and y'all was cool, but it was like this person really only connected back with you to try to get back at you. That was their intention, because they were just mad about the fact that you stopped dealing with them. So y'all, if y'all disconnected with somebody and they come back around, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, this is spirit giving you that forewarning. 1333 on the timer. Listen, you gonna make the choices that you make, but this is literally your spiritual warning. Don't do that. You are only gonna hurt yourself. This person is only coming back with intention to basically feel like they're getting their justice. They want to hurt and harm you. They want you to make you feel however they're feeling on the inside. They want to tear you down. They want to humiliate you. Done to it. Okay. But they feel justified. Okay. Like I said, for some of y'all, maybe y'all did do something in the past. And if for listen, for some of y'all, it could have been intentional. For others of y'all, I feel like whatever it was that happened, it could have been an accident or like it just wasn't supposed to happen the way it happened and it just did anyway. And like, yeah, and the person just held you to that. But that's another thing, y'all. Like, if instead of holding on to something, for one, you have to let it go. Because, like I said before, it'll begin to show up in your life in so many different ways, especially within your body. But if you like just part ways, trying to get vengeance. I'm sorry. Well, yeah, trying to get revenge on somebody that like that's not your position. That's not your place. That's literally what your spirit team is for. That is literally what you feel me? Like vengeance is mine, said the Lord. Y'all know that saying. So let spirit handle that. You ain't gotta go trying to one up nobody. You ain't gotta go trying to intentionally harm nobody because all you're doing is aligning with that frequency. All you're doing is putting that back in rotation for yourself so that it can be multiplied and hit your ass hard as okay. Just knock you smooth out. And you're gonna be looking like, oh my gosh, what happened? I don't know what because you're too busy trying to match energy. No. Stop it. Okay. But yeah. Yeah, because there's just something about like a deceit or a betrayal and yeah. Someone also could be they could get their I don't know, someone could get their main source of income from TikTok, or it could also just be their side hustle money. Okay. Someone's name could be Gretchen as well. Um, okay. Now, for some of you guys, the fact that you stood on something so firmly, okay, you stood 10 toes down. For some of y'all, this could just be the fact that you were loyal, okay? But for many of you, this is just the fact that, like, you stood on your word. You told somebody a certain something, or you declare within the atmosphere, like, no, I'm not dealing with this no more. I'm making changes. I'm getting these people about my life, or I'm doing better for myself. I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to be disciplined. Whatever it is or was, the fact that you stood 10 toes down, okay, the fact that you stood on something, baby, it got somebody together. You hear me? You were someone's for real karma, or you were someone's for real wake up call. Like for some of y'all, you stood on something. It could have been somebody was mistreating you, trying to just use you, trying to just make you feel like you was just a little thought bopper. Somebody could have just been they just didn't value you. They could have liked you physically, but maybe they didn't get a chance. Like they didn't take the time to get to know you internally, like who you are as a person. They didn't care. They could have just been prejudging you. They could have just like say they could have had some money or something, and maybe you don't have like you could just work a decent job. And some of y'all maybe you own like assistance programs or something, and they kind of look down upon you because of that, but they didn't mind, having activities with you, right? Relations with you. They was all go for that. But it's something about like you acknowledge that, you know, or your spirit team like put you on like, man, look how this person treating you. They don't care about you. Or you could have needed them at one point in time and you reached out and they just kind of like didn't help you or didn't look out or ignored you. What you call this person could have ghosted you, whatever, right? And it made you really sit and be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm cool. Like I deserve better than that. You really like honed in on your value. You was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. Some of y'all could have even told this person that, like, nah, you ain't SHIT 1818. Like you could have told them, like, you just put an end to that. That's what you did. You brought a whole end into it. You was like, yeah, I'm good. This person could have even been someone who was like telling they people, like, yeah, watch this. Like, I can just reach out to this person and I bet you they're gonna go. Like, I bet you they're gonna be like, okay, or they could have even told people like, I don't ever even have to call this person. They just be calling me and I just be like, yeah, because I just want to F and I don't want nothing serious, or I don't know, y'all. It's a really nasty energy though. But you got them together, baby. That you done made them have to sit back and look at themselves and acknowledge their wrongdoings and acknowledge how they were treating people. This person could even be receiving this now from other people. Like it could have been somebody that they really liked, but the person knew that they wasn't sugar honey iced tea, so they just used them for that and went on about their way. And now this person's feeling how you felt, and they like, dang, this how I was treating this person. Dang, that's messed up. Like now they're rethinking their actions and self reflecting, right? But for another couple of y'all, this could even be just someone who it couldn't have been it may not have been that far to that extent, but whatever you did, you stood on what you said, right? And it got somebody, like, you got your desired results. Whether it was for this person to absolutely leave you alone, because somebody could have just been on your line, on your line, on your line. You like, man, just leave me alone because you ain't worth 2 cents. You don't really mean me well. I'm cool. And you stood on what you said, like, no, nah, I'm good. Like, this ain't gonna work for me. And they realized you meant what you said, and it got you your desired results where they stopped calling you or left you alone. Okay. And it could be the other way around. You stood on what you said. So, example, say you're married, right? Or you're engaged or whatever, and you told this person, like, look, if you're gonna be staying out all night, want to hang out with your friends, or if you call yourself cheating or whatever you call yourself doing, then we ain't gonna be. This ain't gonna be what it is. I'm gonna file paperwork. We're gonna be done. Or I'm gonna give you this ring back. We're gonna be done. Or I'm gonna keep my ring and I'm gonna move, and you just tend to whatever you was doing and you figure it out. And you stood on that. You meant what you said. Some of y'all could have even actually moved out and left this person, and it made them like really realize what they had, and they were like, "Oh shit, I'm tripping. Let me get my life together." Okay, and they decided to make changes, and some of y'all could now be moving into a better space within your connection. Okay, so you end up getting your desired results though due to that. Okay. Also, there's something about the attention that you're getting. It makes somebody really angry. So some of you guys could be, like I said, I did speak to somebody being a TikToker. You could be an influencer. You could be online. You could whatever. You could be even a celebrity or something, whatever it is. Um, but you just get attention. It could even be like maybe when y'all go out, maybe you know how to dress. So when you go out, people compliment you a lot. You know, oh, you look good. Oh, you okay? I see you. Like that's cute. You know, and it could just be and it don't have to even be, like from the opposite sex to where it's offensive and they like ready to fight or they mad because, it could just be like literally like you go out and other, say you're a female, you go out and other females compliment you, girl, that is so cute. Oh my gosh, your hair is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, girl, you so pretty. Oh girl, what do you be using on your skin? Your skin looks so good. Or if you're a male and that's the case, you know what I'm saying? Like dudes will see you like, oh man, that fit is fresh. Like, okay, I see you. Like, hey, bruh, I like that watch. Like, where you get that from? That's nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. Or, if they got a nice car, hey, bruh, I need you to tell me where you got them rims from. Them rims are bad. Whatever. It's just this person attracts attention. They're an energetic magnet for attention. Okay, someone could be a Leo. Okay, a lot of people tend to speak to the attention about Leos, and that's a whole other conversation. Okay, but um it's something about that, and whoever, whatever this person is that's seeing you get this attention, this could even be like an old friend, like I say, someone that you left alone. They can see people tend to still like you, right? The opposite of what their goal was, trying to make people not like you, trying to make people feel like you weren't 2 cent, lying on you and all those things, and yet people still like you. Why? Because you're not the things that they try to put out there about you, right? You're actually a good person. You're actually pretty cool. You're actually pretty, you're pretty, or you're handsome, or you're fun, or people enjoy being around you. You have a great personality. You have great characteristics. You're a noble person. You have your personal morals and principles, and that's going to always override any person's lies. No matter how long it takes, it could take 20 years, and people could be believing those lies for 20 years, but 20 years later, they look up and they see, dang, you know what? That person had to be lying. That person was a hater, whatever. And so, anywho, there's just something about now this person is pissed. They are hot. They are mad because people are seeing through their lives. There's even people who are starting to like distance themselves from this person, or they already have. They left this person alone, or they're calling them out on their bullshit. They're like, nah, bro, you was lying about old girl. Like, she seemed real cool. why would you lie and say she da 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 and all this other stuff? And they're like, nah, cause she woo woo woo. They're like, nah, your ass was hurt. Something like that. Okay. Um, yeah, someone also could be an air sign or an earth sign. All right. There's also something about somebody can't do their job because they're so threatened by you. Meanwhile, the whole time it's like you're actually the opposite. Like you hope this person wins, you hope this person does well. This could be somebody like say you're in an office setting, they can't stand you. Like you grind their gears. Like you could be getting like employee of the month, or you could be at the top of the stats, or uh, you could be getting a promotion, or now you're like this person's whatever, and you're team lead or something, and you're going around helping these people. Like, oh hey, I noticed your numbers were a little low this month. How can I help you? Because I'm here to help. That's what I'm here for. I'm not here to chastise you. I just want to help you get your numbers up or whatever. It's like you really just kind of want to help this person. You're not like you're not in their energy, and they're in this energy like, oh, I can't stand this. They think they better, and you know what I'm saying? It's like they can't even do their job, so they're messing up at work now. Their numbers are low, or whatever it is they do. Because I'm even getting like the tarot community. Okay, you could be another intuitive. You could read tarot, whatever you do, and it's like you pose such a threat to this person that now they're like they're receiving all this conflict within their life because they sat back like watching you and like critiquing your words and how you talk and the messages you give out and saying like, oh, that's false, they're a false reader, or they don't know what they're talking about, or whatever it was, just side eyeing you simply, or they could just be mad. Maybe they think you're pretty and it's bothering them because they wish you had a faceless page and not showing what you look like, or uh, I don't know, it's something like that. And so now they can't even like they're having such a hard time just even getting messages. Some of them could be losing their gifts. Like I don't know, it's a mess. But yeah, y'all, that was a packed message for the day, but take the messages as you will for yourselves. I hope that they were helpful for you guys. Definitely do all that fun, clicky stuff, tap the like button, subscribe if you have not already. All right. And share this with somebody if it resonates with you and you feel like they could, get a message from it as well. Definitely leave a comment down below letting me know, how where you fit in this dynamic. Like what's going on? Because it's a lot going on, y'all. Okay. And listen, people are going to get what they deserve based on what they put out. Okay. Do not be in a space of joy because someone's getting what they deserve based on what they've done to you. Okay. And by that, I mean, don't celebrate someone, having health issues now because they mistreated you, because that basically just only puts you in that same frequency. It lowers your frequency. I'm gonna just say that. And we're gonna stay high over here, okay? And I ain't talking about the Mary J, but hey, if that's how you would, hey, so be it. But we gonna be naturally high, okay? Off of our own frequency, off of our own energy. We don't let other things lower it. Just So I just say that to say. So if you somebody who you look up, you notice somebody done got in a car accident or they're having bad health issues or whatever, don't don't get excited about it. If anything, pray for them. Pray that they get better. Pray that they learn the lessons. Pray that they process where it's coming from and why it's happening, so that they don't have to experience it anymore. So that they can ascend and level up. Okay, because that's really all we all need. Like we just all need to do better. All right, and like I say, people gonna get what they need to get as it pertains to how they treat you, but you don't sit in a space of joy due to that, okay? Because that makes you no better than them.